This is something I've looked at. By the way, I have a whole section in the book about running a profession. And whatever tech you're using, all of that stuff is relevant. It's all relevant. It transcends, even if you're a psychologist, this would be good to know, or dynamic auditor, or field, or whatever you're doing, this stuff is important. It has to do with running an operation. I've been looking at this problem myself. I'd like to, moving into an institute situation, yes, if you can have a bunch of people sign up, pay a bunch of money all at once, then you can rent a nice place. You can have it in a resort. You can have a retreat, and you can do it. You can't keep that going indefinitely unless you live in a lavish house, and then somehow you got to pay for that. Or you can just have people trickle onto course and trickle off the course, and you can do that. But it's like build it and they'll come, but boy, it's a big investment to build it. It's like a catch-22. Once you build it, you've got to have people there. If you go out and promote a whole bunch of people and you have 20 sign-ups, you have to have a facility for them. You can't stick them in a little course room. So this is a commitment. This in itself is a kind of an organization that is itself a profession. I just want to acknowledge that.
Yeah, it is a lifestyle.
It is a job. And,
yeah.
And I'm thinking of hiring somebody to do that for me, because I like to do sessions and I like to do some other things. And for me to organize these things, I've organized them kicking and screaming. And I'm very impressed what Ray has put together here. This is an enormous commitment. And it's exposure, it's a liability too. But I think it's a whole profession to put together a course like that. And then if you're really going to do it, you really want to pull in psychologists, you have to get your courses accredited.
Yeah.
You really need to, because you'll lose people who would gladly come, but they can't use it for continuing education. What would have to happen to get your courses accredited for a continuing education? Well, doing that is a whole profession that has a degree attached to it. You've got to find one of those people. So, in a sense, if you really want to become a big institute, you're either doing it or you're not doing it.
To answer your question? It's a great idea, yeah, but
one comment
yeah.
on what you just said. What I'm hearing you say is that you like to deliver product. You're not the organizational guy, and that's me too. But someone needs to do the organizational work, so we got to find someone who they just live and breathe organizational stuff. That's not me.
Exactly. It's like an accountant. You need an accountant. I can't count.
Yeah.
You need one.
It's a third dynamic activity. Training and processing is third dynamic. If I hadn't had help from Leslie and the ethics officer here, Trish, and other people, and the cameraman, and la-da-da, we wouldn't be able to put this together. It's too much. Can't do it. It's a third dynamic activity. So you have to create a group. That's my very successful action. Is wherever we went, and it's not hard to create a group. We've been in 3 different states. We always created groups there. You know, this one here, the difference between Reno is that we decided not only to create a group, but create a group of OTs. We got a lot of people up to OT4 and above. Get anybody above that? Anybody got to get above OT4, the last group? We're working on it. Oh, yeah, we did. There's one. There's another guy, yeah. And when you do that, boy, postulates stick. The less case you got, the more postulates stick. Okay. Any other questions? If you do, you can talk to me personally.
Comment on what you were just talking about a second ago, because I know one of the people I work with or run with.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing. She despises dredging or doing the phone calls and it just tech people are typically not oriented by that. And it's not who they are. They want to just kind of help them just keep doing their flow. And anybody needs to find somebody that loves to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the problem I had when I was doing business consulting. He's a chiropractor. As soon as he goes back to the back room to adjust the patient, there was nobody in the front room, nobody answering the phones, nobody, and he was wondering why his business only went up so far, right? And as soon as we got him somebody just to answer phones in the front desk, his stats went up. And then we got somebody else to do the accounting. Then we had an outside accounting firm. Stats went up. What were we doing? We were creating a third dynamic for him so he can go adjust. And then he found out after years, because I've been doing business consulting a long time, after years he'll be going, well, it's still like now it's gone here, but it's just like here now. And he realized he's got to hire other practitioners, right? So he did that, and then and it of course went up, and then it flattened out again. He goes, how come it doesn't keep going? Well, it doesn't keep, well, because you remain a practitioner. You want it to keep going, you got to hire a office manager, or you got to become the ED yourself, the executive director. That's the only way about it. See, so I'm in that stage myself. I got to train some practitioners in order to be the ED. See, I'm on right in that stage. As soon as I go in that auditing room, there's nobody running the show. No, because I'm admin trained, so I'm willing to do it, and I've done it. I ran missions, and I was executive at the orgs. I was qualsec, at the age of 24. So I'm used to it for a long time, and I've done business consulting, and so it's natural. It's just as natural as auditing to me to run orgs. I just got to get more team players. Okay, that's about it, I have to say. Okay, thank you very much for coming. I hope to see you next year. Thank you.